Hey guys, it's Jeff Hartman, the Neptune Man. Today, I just received a brand new toning tool. Okay, feast your eyes on this thing. This thing is made in USA. It's got a lot of machining. You know, you had to machine all these parts. And we'll start with this end, the handles. Now, the older tools, I've probably purchased 20 to 23 of these off Tony since 2009 or so. And here it is 2017, so it's been about 8 years I've been selling or renting these tools out to my Neptune customers. But on this one he's got some bigger nuts. These had smaller jam nuts on them. And now he's got these nice heavy duty nuts on here. He's also rounded these edges right here on these corners. They're rounded because that's, you know, they're easy to work with because the other ones are kind of sharp, you know, if you hit it right on the corner. But these are rounded now. And I'm thinking he probably got feedback from his customers. And he's improved the tool over time. Now on these handles, the other ones were like chrome, but these are like a brush finish, and they're not as shiny as a chrome. But on the other ones, I have these handles have a stud to come through, and then you can actually put a, I think it's a 3/8 nut on there to help tighten it down, keep this from moving. Because when I ship these tools, I usually put one handle down here. That way, when it's in the box, it doesn't want to stick up through the box. Okay. Either that, or I'll locate this bar down the shaft a little bit. That way, that makes the tool shorter, and it fits in my package better. So I'll probably adjust this before I ship it out. But you can see this has a real nice finish on it. And then on this end, we got the round nut. This is one of the keys of this tool, why it's so handy, because it actually matches the same diameter as the you'll go through the front bearing and then a spacer, because it's like a tunnel. Then it hits up against that back bearing, and then you use the threaded rod to draw it out. Okay. And then we have two bearings. These are just to help this spin so you don't gouge up the metal when these two pieces meet. So that's what these little bearings are for. And you got the front collar. This actually will hold the bigger bearing. Now this is floating on the shaft. And then we have the PVC Spacer Holder. This actually will hold the PVC, will be centered, so it actually, when you draw on that front bearing, you put your spacer on here, and then you draw that front bearing, and it keeps everything lined up. So when you install the bearings, that saves you some time. And then this collar is for the rear bearing, and you can see it's a little bit smaller in diameter. And this one's threaded on the shaft, so you can't, you got to turn this one to make it move, where this is just floating. But overall, it's a really nice tool. And if you want to go purchase one of these, if you have a laundromat, if you're a technician that repairs washers, or if you're a handyman and you want to earn some extra cash on the side repairing people's washers, just go to neptunekits.com. That's neptunekits.com. I actually got a picture, I got a story about how I met Tony and everything, and I actually went out to Pennsylvania and met him and talked about the story. Back in 2005 I got started working on the Neptune parts. Now here is that big large outer tub. It's in the Neptune, and it is, if you look it up, it's like $750 now. It's very expensive plus shipping. It's a pretty big piece of plastic, but the bearing and seal are actually right in there. And in the old days, they used to replace it with this whole tub, and you got to unhook all the tub and everything. But now you don't have to remove this tub if you just change the bearings using the Tony tool. And there's the Tony tool. It's like putting in the rear bearing or drawing it out, one of the two. I bet that's installing it because the collar is on there. So I talk about there's a DVD that comes with the tool, and step by step. And you got to figure, I have homeowners using this tool for the first time, and it works. So if you're a technician or a handyman, you're going to be using it lots of times. You'll be a pro at it in no time. Now if you go down at the bottom, I show where you can actually order the Tony tool. $574 plus it's $30 shipping and handling. So I think I paid $604 for this one. It comes in a nice plastic case. You get the knockout plug. It's a steel chunk with a threaded stud on it that actually attaches to the front bearing with a nut and a washer. That way it can't fall out. And then you hit it with a sledgehammer to break out the front the front bearing. So we also have We have bearing kit. These are just bearings. You get 10-pack bulk bearing, $200. I sell the bulk bearings, and then you can buy the bearings with the 1200 202 seal kits. And I got a 5-pack of those for $320. So if you purchase the toning tool, if you have a laundromat, you may have, you know, a bunch of Neptunes. You could just go through and replace all the bearings, or you can just wait till they start getting loud. But the trick is you want to catch it when it's early. You don't want to wait for months and months and months and a lot of usage, because you can damage the shaft. Plus you get rust build up in there, so you want to catch it early. When you hear the machine starting to get loud, typically what I would do is it will sound like a jet plane taking off when it ramps up. And that lets you know that your bearings are going bad. So there's a picture of the two bearings. Now there's a picture is all gunked up and corroded. Because see what you got, this is aluminum hub, and then you've got a steel bearing. So if water gets in there past the seal, you'll get corrosion because you have two dissimilar metals in there. So that's why it's important to go ahead and take care of it early. You don't want to wait too long. So go ahead and order your toolkit and order some bulk bearings and seals at neptunekits.com. And if you have any questions, I can help you troubleshooting with other things like the wax motor and the door latch. If it's got a timer knob, you probably got the old wax motor that fails and you want to change that. So you can go to neptunehelpsong.com for a helpful video. Okay, I'm going to check out. This is Jeff Hartman, the Neptune Man, and just visit neptunekits.com, K-I-T-S, kits, to order the tool. Plus you can order some bulk bearings and save yourself some money. Thanks. Bye-bye.